Now on 18 Eyewitness News.
Farmington residents may still vote on a smoking ban. Spirit Week in Farmington will culminate with Friday's homecoming parade and football game. Plus, Park Hill Central receives a significant award for the third year in a row. All of these stories, and do we have a wet weekend on the way?
Coverage you can count on. This is 18 Eyewitness News.
Hello everybody, I'm Fred Dawkins. Thanks for joining us, and here are the top stories that we're working on for you at this hour. Farmington voters may yet have their say on a smoking ban. Mayor Mitt Landrum tells 18 Eyewitness News that the city wants to get input on the proposed resolution.
What we would like to do is to have a series of public hearings to hammer out the wording of what makes sense. And by the way, I've gone around and met with the various restaurant operators and talked with them about how they really feel about this and so on and so forth. So I think we can come up with something that will make sense for everybody.
Now, Landrum says once the wording is worked out, then they will put the binding resolution up for a vote before the Farmington voters. However, before they can take that step, they need to have the legislature in Missouri give them permission.
Turns out under Missouri law, third-class cities cannot do a binding referendum. We can't do it like that. We could do a poll, like a trial, but it would not be binding. So what we've done is gone to the legislature and say, give us permission to go to the people and to put this in front of the people in a binding fashion so that they will vote on a smoking ban in Farmington. Last year we came close. They passed the bill. The governor didn't sign it because it had a flaw in it.
Landrum is hoping the city will get permission to put the smoking ban up for a vote within the next 12 months. Well, now Dustin Kopp is here with a look at our first forecast. Dustin, how's the weather look?
Good evening, Fred. Good evening, everybody. We saw some clouds. Let's try that again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good evening, Fred. Good evening, everybody. We saw plenty of clouds today and a couple of showers, possibly even a thunderstorm here or there. What is it doing right now? Well, it's cloudy out there, and temperatures are in the low 70s, 70 degrees right now in Festus and Potosi, 71 in St. Genevieve, Fredericktown 72, Piedmont 74, and 76 in Poplar Bluff. Going through the evening hours, we will see temperatures in the 70s at 7 p.m. Showers and thunderstorms likely. Those showers and thunderstorms will continue through 9 p.m. at 67 degrees, and by midnight, we'll see a temperature around 63. The weekend's almost here. What does that mean? I'll give you all those details coming up later in your Storm Tracker weather forecast.
Farmington High School students have been enjoying Spirit Week in the lead up to the homecoming on Friday. Here's event coordinator Julie Ward with more.
The students will be let out at 11 o'clock for a pep assembly out on the football field. School will dismiss at 12. Parade lineup starts at 11:30. The parade does not start until 1:30, so from 11:30 till 1:30 we're going to be lining everybody up in front of the school on Black Knight Drive and up Dewey.
Homecoming will culminate with Friday evening's game between Farmington and Cape Central. Coverage of the game can be heard on our sister station, Froggy 96, or on your computer at home at froggy96online.com. You can also watch the game Sunday afternoon at 3 right here on KDKZ Channel 18 or anytime on our website, kdkz18.com. Park Hill Central High School has received a National High Schools That Work Gold Achievement Award. In its third year in a row, Central has been so honored. Principal Brad Copeland tells 18 Eyewitness News that the district became involved with the High Schools That Work network a little over 10 years ago when the school was not meeting students' needs.
At that time, we weren't meeting any of the state standards. Our test performance was pretty poor. Our student retention at college, students taking remedial classes at colleges were like at 80-some-odd%. So we needed a program and a plan to put in place.
Copeland says the network gave them ideas to improve learning and better prepare students for college and their careers.
And we became a model school for their entire network. There's 38,000 schools in the network, 38 states. And for the past 3 years, our high school has been recognized as one of the top performing high schools in the nation.
Park Hill Central was one of only 12 high schools in the country to receive the Gold Achievement Award. With the installation of new bleachers in the Clearwater High School gym expected to start sometime next week, the district unexpectedly had to replace a sizable portion of the gymnasium floor. School Superintendent Blaine Keel tells 18 Eyewitness News just what happened.
We had a leak back in the summer, a pipe that was in a wall that separated the gymnasium from the girls' locker room. Had a leak in it. We didn't know how long it was leaking. We found the floor buckled over by that wall.
Fortunately, Keel says the repair cost didn't have to come from school funds.
Turned it into our insurance company. The people that actually came in and actually laid the original wood floor in the gymnasium came back in, started tearing out, and we had to tear out almost 30 feet of gym floor from the wall even out into a step into the main court.
Keel says the new portion has been completely sanded, refinished, and repainted and looks brand new. And when we come back on 18 Eyewitness News, one candidate for governor says Missouri's most pressing need is jobs. That story coming up only on 18 Eyewitness News.
When you're looking for quality home furnishings, appliances, and more, look no further than Heartland Furniture and Appliance. Heartland Furniture and Appliance offers great low prices every day with 90 days same as cash, easy payment plans to fit your budget, no hassle leasing, and great customer service. With 3 locations to better serve you, the customers, in Donovan, Dexter, and Piedmont on both sides of Main Street. Heartland Furniture and Appliance. Call 223-3200.
Let it wash you this morning. Oh, the blood of Jesus shed for me. What a sacrifice that saved my life. With the blood, it is my victory.
Take control of your future by enrolling at the Unitech Career Center. Discover a new career with Unitech's nursing programs or the opportunities with Unitech's sheet metal fabricating program, or turn your hobby into a career with Unitech's power sports equipment program. From electrical trades to automotive technology programs, the first step to a well-paying future starts at the Unitech Career Center, Raider Road in Bonne Terre. For adult information, call 358-3011. For high school information, call 358-2271.
You're watching 18 Eyewitness News with Fred Dawkins, Chief Weathercaster Dustin Kopp, and Jeremy Martin with sports. 18 Eyewitness News continues.
Republican gubernatorial candidate Dave Spence wants to take his energy and experience to Jefferson City. When the St. Louis businessman visited our 18 Eyewitness News studios, he told us the most pressing issue facing Missouri is jobs.
But everything starts with more people getting a paycheck versus an unemployment check. You feel it in this area. We've lost manufacturing. We've shut down mines. You know, we've got to get real-world people making real-world decisions and getting Missouri growing again.
To create jobs, Spence sees 3 areas that need to be addressed.
We need to have government get out of the way of people who want to create jobs or expand their businesses or hire people. We need to get bureaucracy out of the way. We need common sense tort reform where we're not the easiest state in the nation to get sued.
Spence notes that Missouri has been at 0% growth for the last 3 years. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is looking for volunteers to help them celebrate National Public Lands Day on Saturday. Spokesperson Andrew Jefferson tells 18 Eyewitness News that the event gets started at 8 in the morning.
We are asking volunteers to come out and help us to clean up some of the roadways that lead to the lake area, as well as cleaning up some of the trails.
And after the cleanup concludes at 11 o'clock Saturday, volunteers will be treated to a free lunch and a variety of games and activities. Andrew says it's an honor for Wappapello to be part of this national campaign.
We are serving as one of the sites this year at Wappapello Lake as part of the National Public Lands Day event.
All participants will also receive a day use pass. For more information or sign up, click this story at our website, kdkz18.com. A Wappapello teenager is facing misdemeanor charges of assaulting a law enforcement officer and resisting arrest. 17-year-old Zachary Von Ruden was arrested after he took a swing at a Stoddard County Sheriff's deputy on Saturday night at the county's fair demolition derby. Now, according to court papers, the deputy says Von Ruden was causing a disturbance and was told to leave. Von Ruden refused, and when the deputy tried to escort him away, Von Ruden pulled away and swung his right arm at the deputy. A corporal with the sheriff's department then helped the deputy subdue Von Ruden and handcuffed him. Von Ruden is out on bail after posting a $5,000 bond. And still to come on 18 Eyewitness News, a new study says controlling diabetes during pregnancy is not only crucial, it may be easier than we think. That's details coming up next on Your Health.
The weekend's drawing near. What does that mean for your forecast? All the details coming up next in your Storm Tracker weather forecast.
When someone comes in a Mineral Area's emergency department, our focus is giving them the best treatment in the quickest manner possible. We track every single patient, sending the doctors information before they even walk in the room. We have dedicated X-ray and CT equipment in our emergency department. We don't have to waste any time running all over the hospital. We know that minutes count in an emergency, and you can count on ER Plus at Mineral Area Regional Medical Center.
Now, here's your Storm Tracker 18 weather forecast with Chief Weathercaster Dustin Kopp.
And welcome back. We saw plenty of clouds today, a couple showers, even a rumble of thunder here and there. But does that mean we have more on the way, or are we going to be clearing out? Well, we do have some more showers and thunderstorms on the way. I'll tell you about that here in just a second. Right now, looking at our weather headlines, we're going to see one more day of those showers and thunderstorms. Temperatures back into the 70s. And it looks like a nice weekend is on the way. Currently here in southeast Missouri, we have temperatures in the 70s, 70 degrees right now in Festus, St. Genevieve 71, Ironton and Fredericktown 72, 74 in Piedmont, Poplar Bluff right now at 76. Currently here at the studio, we have a current temperature of 72 degrees under a cloudy sky. Feels like 72 out there. Current dew point 64, 76% humidity, and that wind coming out of the northeast at 2 miles per hour. Going through the day tomorrow, we will see another round of showers and thunderstorms throughout southeast Missouri. This front was over us today. It'll essentially move through, giving us that round of showers and thunderstorms off and on for tomorrow. So for tonight, showers and thunderstorms likely, 60 degrees for your overnight low. Some areas even cooler than that, though, like in Potosi, 52, 50 up in Festus, 53 in St. Genevieve, and down in Piedmont, 60 degrees. Then for tomorrow, 73 for our daytime high, showers and thunderstorms likely, 74 in Potosi, 74 in Festus, Van Buren 77, down in Poplar Bluff 78 degrees. Next several days are looking like this through southeast Missouri. On Saturday, plenty of sunshine, partly sunny, high 75, 76 on Sunday, mostly sunny skies. Mostly sunny on Monday and Tuesday, high 77 on Monday, 76 on Tuesday, then back to near 80 for Wednesday and Thursday with more sunshine here in southeast Missouri. Another look at our weekend forecast, partly sunny and 75 on Saturday, low of 52, 76 and mostly sunny on Sunday with a low around 52 as well. That's checking your Storm Tracker weather forecast. More details located at KDKZ18.com. Just click on the weather tab. Fred, back to you.
Today, another 400 women on average will learn that they've developed diabetes during their pregnancy. It happens more than 135,000 times every year here in the U.S., and the numbers are on the rise. Doctors still aren't sure what causes women to develop gestational diabetes, but a study in the New England Journal of Medicine now says controlling it may be easier and more important than first thought. Clark Powell has details.
Clothes on, go get the dress. Even though she had no warning and no family history of it, Lorenda Dono was diagnosed with diabetes just before her baby was born. Suddenly, in addition to all the other stress that came with her first pregnancy, Lorenda also had to watch everything she ate and keep a close eye on her blood sugar.
Because it is something hard. It's emotionally hard. Every time you prick your finger and your number's a little high, you feel bad as a mom because you want that number to be good.
If it's not, it can spell trouble. Moms who develop gestational diabetes tend to have larger babies and more complicated deliveries. And the newborns are at risk for problems too,
including long-term complications such as childhood obesity themselves and a risk for type 2 diabetes throughout their lifetime.
So Dr. Mark Landon of Ohio State University Medical Center wanted to see if he could change that. In a study just published in the New England Journal of Medicine, Landon shows that treating even mild cases of gestational diabetes can have remarkable results. One group of women cut in half the number of babies who were born too large, reduced the amount of fat in each baby, and cut down on the need for C-sections, all by making one simple change.
These women who were treated, about 90-some-odd% were treated with diet therapy alone. Only about 7% received insulin. So again, these were the mildest of gestational diabetics.
Lorenda's diabetes may turn out to be just temporary, and tests on her daughter were negative. Thanks to her restricted diet in the last few weeks of her pregnancy, both can look forward to years of good health. At Ohio State University Medical Center, this is Clark Powell reporting.
Right now, gestational diabetes affects about 4% of all pregnant women, but experts say that number could nearly triple in the coming years. This study was done to show that closely monitoring blood sugar and diets could be enough to keep both mom and baby healthy.
I'm Stacy Johnson. You know, Americans work super hard for their money. Makes you wonder why so many of them waste it. The top 5 ways Americans waste cash. Just ahead on Money Talks News.
Your health is brought to you by Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy. Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy of Deloge. We're caring for you and about you is our business. From taking time to explain your medication, offering a caring touch, to a full line of medical equipment, supplies, and diabetic shoes. We'll help you understand your options and assist you with Medicare drug plan enrollment with a comfortable waiting area, convenient drive-through or free delivery. Caring for our neighbors is our business. Your locally owned Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy just off of Highway 67 at the Deloge exit. When you're recovering from a traumatic injury, the last thing you need is an unexpected bill. Because most health insurers pay only a part of air transport, Archair Medical has a solution, the Omni Advantage program. For a membership fee of $49 per year, Omni Advantage guarantees you and other covered family members will not have to pay anything that your health insurer doesn't provide. In an extraordinary emergency, the last thing you need to worry about is cost. Contact Archair Medical or visit them on the web to discover all the advantages of Omni Advantage.
Americans sure can waste money, from bottled water to high-priced drinks at the coffee shop, but that's not the only way we're throwing away money. Money reporter Stacy Johnson has 5 more.
Americans may be working harder, but they're making less. According to the Census Bureau, the typical American family's income, adjusted for inflation, is now roughly where it was in 1996. Now, that's a sobering statistic, and it highlights the need to conserve cash. How? By avoiding the top 5 ways Americans waste money. Number 1, buying new when used would do. From cars to clothes, there's virtually nothing you can't buy pre-owned and save 50% and the planet in the process. Number 2, failing to negotiate. From appliances to doctors, the way to pay less is often as simple as asking for a better deal. Number 3, buying name brands when generics will do. This store brand aspirin costs less than half of what this name brand costs, and they're not similar. They're identical. Number 4, buying more house than you need. The average American house is now nearly twice the size of the average house 50 years ago. More house means more furniture, higher utilities, more work, and more risk. And last but definitely not least, paying interest. Renting money from a bank is expensive. Pay cash when you can, and if you can't afford more than a minimum when you borrow, maybe you can't afford what you're financing. Bottom line, If you work hard for your money, don't waste it. And these 5 ways of wasting are just the tip of the iceberg. Want to see more ways you could be blowing your cash? They're right here at moneytalksnews.com. I'm Stacy Johnson.
And if you'd like to see or hear more about this, you can go to our website, KDKZ18.com, click on the Money Talks link under the Lifestyles menu. Using an aluminum rod and rosin, you can create an ear-piercing sound that will grab your attention along with every dog in the neighborhood. Our science guy, Jason Lindsay with Hooked on Science, says it's an experiment that will help you teach sound in an easy and fun way that will get everyone hooked on science.
Hey, it's Jason Lindsay with Hooked on Science. Beside me, a giggling science helper. Her name is Madigan. Madigan, I have a question for you. Will we be able to make this rod sing to us? Yes, we're going to be able to make it sing to us. It's going to be a loud sound, and you'll be able to hear the experiment. Put rosin on my fingers. It'll help me create friction between my fingers and the rod. Okay, Maddie, listen up. You hear it? Whoa, now stop it. Hurry, stop. Stop those sound waves moving through matter. As they hit our ear, we hear sound. Here's what's going on as I hold the center of it and I squeeze and pull to the right here. We're creating some natural frequencies of the aluminum rod, okay? We create a half-wave tone. We continue to move like this. The vibrations increase, so does the loudness. Learn more about this experiment at hookedonscience.org.
Go to KDKZ18.com and click on Hooked on Science under the Lifestyles menu for this experiment and others that might get you and the entire family hooked on science.
And coming up in sports, the Cards faced a pitcher who hadn't won since May, so you can guess what happened. The Rams' first-round draft pick is expected on the field Sunday, and Coach Gary Pinkel says there's a lot of season left to play.
Attention, Accutane warning. If you have Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, or inflammatory bowel disease, it may have been caused by the acne drug Accutane. Accutane victims have recently been awarded millions of dollars. Do not delay. There are time deadlines to file a claim.
Call the Rely On Group now to be connected with an experienced attorney. There is absolutely no risk on your part. You don't owe us a penny unless we are successful.
Call the Rely On Group at 800-698-3105.
If you have diabetes and you're on Medicare, call now to get the new talking meter. These new meters are more accurate, they're easier to use, and the best news is you don't have to prick your fingers anymore. Arriva makes it simple. They bill Medicare directly. There are no upfront costs, and they deliver your supplies right to your door for free.
For more information, call 1-800-587-7095.
This is Sports Zone, only on 18 Eyewitness News.
Bud Norris pitched into the 8th inning for his first win since May 21st as the Astros avoided a sweep with a 2-0 win over the Cardinals Wednesday night. Norris allowed 2 hits and struck out 7 without a walk. The victory broke the Cardinals' 10-game winning streak against Houston and cut their lead over Los Angeles and Milwaukee to 3.5 games for the second National League wild card spot. On a side note, Wednesday was the Astros' last National League home game. The team moves to the American League next year. Rams first-round draft pick Michael Brokers returned to practice Wednesday, the first day of preparation for St. Louis's game Sunday against Seattle at the Edward Jones Dome. Brokers, a defensive tackle, suffered a high ankle sprain in the final preseason game and was expected to miss 4 to 6 weeks. He's ahead of schedule and told reporters he wants to play against the Seahawks. Despite Mizzou's 2-2 start and 0-2 debut in the Southeastern Conference, Coach Gary Pinkel says there's a lot of season left as the Tigers prepare to go out of conference again when they travel to Central Florida on Saturday playing the Golden Knights. And that may not have been ideal scheduling for a Mizzou team looking to stabilize after a 31-10 crunching at South Carolina. Central Florida gave number 14 Ohio State a tussle before falling 31-16. Pinkel told reporters with the Knights, the Knights be a good test for us. Kickoff Saturday morning at 11 o'clock Central Time.
Thanks a lot, Darren, and it's been a busy day in local news, weather, and sports. But before we go, let's take another quick check of our forecast for the next several days. Tomorrow we're going to see isolated thunderstorms, high around 73 degrees, mid-70s for Saturday and Sunday. A beautiful weekend in store. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week, we're going to be sunny skies, temperatures starting to go back up to near 80 degrees. Well, that does it for all of us here at the Dawkins Broadcast Group, but the news doesn't stop here. Just go to KDKZ18.com for your latest news, weather, and sports 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Newswatch is next. We'll see you tonight at 10. Have a good evening.
Do you see news happening in your neighborhood? Email us at news@kdkz.tv.
Here's what's coming up tonight on KDKZ 18.